Well,
Doesn't look like there's any English casters in this one. So maybe they're all following GoDz, I guess. You know.
hey.
I see one of them's in the PG Barack's Geek Fam game.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna. This is the game I want to see.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've seen enough from either of these teams that like stands out as a play style yet.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think TNC, it's like in your dreams, like their flashy guy, whereas their carry player 458 seems more like that stable, consistent carry guy.
Okay.
Zephyrs looked really good on that 4. He was tagged up as GoDz yesterday. He played a lot of Sand King.
Oh right, yeah.
He was doing some good stuff.
Shout out to the admin folks for getting the names correct on everybody now as well.
Yes, we are on tickets.
Should probably take down the music too. I do kind of like it in the background, but it's Dota time.
Yeah.
Serious business.
Is it? What else is going on? I guess we don't have to talk too much about the draft. But
Okay.
nothing crazy. You know, there'll be standard. There'll be a Sand King. There'll be some ETs. There'll
We
be
can
some
actually put the
whatevers.
music back on. We
Yeah,
can do it.
Warlocks.
That's nice.
Yeah, so there's this game, PG Barax versus Geek Fam, XCN versus Alpha Red, No Name versus Kongdu or whatever. And there's China going on. So China is approaching the King Gaming versus IGV. That should be a really good series. I imagine you guys can check out Bcop probably casting that one.
Yeah, I think he was planning on doing it, although it's also starting to get a little bit late over on the east coast of the U.S.
That's true. So yeah, it's like, what, 4? It's 1 a.m. here, so 4 a.m. there.
Yeah.
He loves his Chinese Dota, though, so.
Yeah.
That's a semi-final or in China, or is that a quarterfinal now?
I believe it's a semi. They also do have the third place match for themselves there.
That's a semi-final. And then they have a third place match.
Yep.
And then Team Serenity beats Sun Gaming. And then C-Deck KG Luminous is not finished yet. They're in game 3.
Okay.
So we're going to have a couple teams in regionals very soon, in China at least. We're 1 BO3 away from knowing our first team. Whereas SCA, we're a little bit further away, but it'd be good story getting there.
So how many teams are in each of the regionals again? It's 8? Is that right?
China's 7. Don't ask me why.
Okay.
Just
I was going to, you know.
I would speculate. I think they just wanted 3 teams from each open qualifier rather than having it be 3 and 4 or 4 and 3 because they have 1 direct invite.
Got it.
So
okay.
they take 6 from the opens.
Okay.
They wanted an even number, I guess, in opens, but then an odd number in regionals. Because regionals is round robin anyway, so it doesn't really matter how many teams.
Yeah.
Then most regions have 8. Every region other than China and SA has 8, I want to say.
Okay.
SA has 6, China has 7, and then it's 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
And it's full round robin best of 3.
Full round robin best of 1, right? I think it's
Is
only
that how it
BO1s.
is?
Yeah. TI qualifiers are normally BO1s.
Was it,
Round robin.
or was it best of 2?
I don't even think it's best of 2.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but
Let me see if it says it. It doesn't actually say on the Wikipedia.
almost every year it's been
main
BO1s
qualifiers.
until playoffs.
Okay. And
I think they did like 2 groups with BO2 round robin 1 year.
yeah.
But that was when they had 2 groups of 5. But now they're doing a group of 8. They do BO1 round robin.
Take a look at what the internet.
There'd be a lot of games if it was BO2.
Yeah, I would. Let's see.
What happened then?
Uh,
I think they did that thing where it was full round robin, and then the winner.
It's GSL.
Wait, phase 1.
Round robin. Yeah, all
They
matches best
they
of
did
1.
something 1 year where if you get first, you top seed of the group went straight to TI. I don't think they're doing that this year, where
Okay.
top seed goes to TI anymore.
Oh, right, and then they seeded out for an actual like full playoff bracket, so it's a double elimination playoffs.
I think it'll be the same double elim playoffs this year, which
Okay.
is interesting. NA is weird because if there's 3 slots and like 4 teams in double elim playoffs, 3 out of 4 teams in the playoffs are going to qualify. So they're not really playing many playoff games.
Yeah, that is really weird. I wonder how much seeding really matters then.
It doesn't really. I mean, one team gets an easier first match, but because let's say there's 3 good teams, Optic, VGJ, EG. One team is going to be versing like Complexia or Immortals, who are good, but theoretically a bit easier. So maybe you want to finish first. But then even if you lose, you get to play that team afterwards, theoretically.
Right, but you would have a second round. If you lose to that team, then things get really screwy.
Oh, yeah.
That's where things could get nuts.
So, I mean, I think people kind of talk, maybe selling some of these teams a bit short. Like Immortals, Cole added some new players. Maybe Adam and Moon Meander make the team suddenly amazing. Immortals, these guys are not slouches. They've been MIA for the last 6 months or so, but they started the season pretty strong. They've got some great players. They could suddenly turn up and be a legit team.
I wonder if they do the thing, though, where they have, like, the first, like, NA, the top team of the best of ones go directly to TI, because then you would just have 2 teams out of the double elimination bracket who would be the through. We'll have to see. There's still, some things to be released about that, but for now at least, we're checking out the open qualifiers and Southeast Asian region. TNC Tigers, they take an Omni Knight. Omni Silencer Tusk. We've seen TNC take the Silencer the other day, and he got like 40-something stolen int by the end of it. But I tend to like this with like a hard initiator, and I don't really see that as Omni or Tusk.
They may get it later on. Ember's been banned. They had Ember Silencer in one of their games, I remember. It's definitely not Tusk, but we'll see some big playmaker here for probably In Your Dream that can benefit from the global silence. Some guy that just jumps in, knows that he's going to have the enemy silence, so they can't really counterplay it, and feel pretty good about himself. Storm's another hero that benefits a lot from Silencer being on his team.
I feel like Omni is also just like a really good pick against the Jakiro Sand King.
You've got like you've really got 3 heroes with some kind of save. Like Omni can repel his carry, Tusk can snowball save, Silencer's got global. They're just looking to enable 4-5-8 as well as In Your Dream. Like I would very much expect some Storm OD for mid, and then for the safe lane, see some big hard carry as well.
But likewise, you have the Doom now taken. I don't know if that fully solves the problems. It's like you said, they're going to have all in on these heroes most likely to be really, really strong. But if you have, either A, saves, or if you just like try and Doom the Omni and then there's other saves that are there regardless, then it's kind of weird anyways.
Yeah. Definitely a good Doom game, but yeah, like you say, there's other ways you can save people. We saw Doom struggle in that big 90-minute game where he just couldn't get Dooms off because he kept getting jumped, which it's something TNC Tigers don't have. So right now it looks like you get Dooms off, but I think that changes. Like a Storm is actually good against Doom in some ways because you jump him before he Dooms you. You get a Lincoln's, you feel a bit better about yourself, but it doesn't necessarily feel like a perfect Storm game. But if you play around the Storm, it could be. They're going to go Monkey again. We saw this yesterday in the mid lane. Could be safe lane against Doom. There's flexibility. In Your Dream looked fantastic on this hero. Mechanically, he was perfect.
I will say it felt a little bit strange, or I feel a little bit strange about this one because before it was like against a Timbersaw, which is a really good lane matchup. They don't know what the matchup is going to be yet.
Well, they may be playing a safe lane, I guess, is the idea here.
Yeah.
They can wait to see the draft and then decide whether Monkey's going mid or safe lane.
And they have last picks.
Because one of their games, I think, In Your Dream did play safe lane for them. I can't remember what hero it was, but... And maybe 4-5-8 plays Monkey King anyways. Because it is good against Doom. Although I think you send Jakiro with Doom this game and put Sand King safe lane with some kind of range carry is probably ideal. You don't want 2 melee heroes against Monkey King.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. What is there as far as range carries? Morph is the, I guess, one?
Yeah, Morph. A Razor against Omni is fine. I don't think Black wants to play those heroes. He wants to play a Farmer, though. He's going to play Chaos Knight. That's not a range hero, but...
It blows up the Monkey King.
Yeah, it does. And he gets a lot of extra armor in his ulti, though.
Yeah.
Does feel like there's nothing to clear illusions right now, which is always good. Anytime there's just no AoE. No AoE damage and no AoE stuns. There's 2 pluses for Chaos Knight. Because sometimes you can get away with no AoE damage if you can at least disable all the illusions so they don't run over you. Snowball's not really an AoE stun, at least not a very good one.
Yeah, so who are they going to then take as that last hero?
Medusa probably gets banned. I think Medusa would be... It's just not... Medusa, as good as it is against CK, doesn't feel great because you've got a very slow-paced draft then. Like
Right.
I think you want a big playmaker when you've got this Omni Silencer. You've got all these defensive heroes that can... You want to repel somebody, you go Global Silence. You want some guys who can jump in, like the Storm Spirit type hero, but Medusa's like very slow. But it may just be the best hero for the game, even if it doesn't fit your draft perfectly.
Okay.
With that said, Entity may just ban it.
Yeah, I think that it's always like a very hard counter. So if you get to the late game, it's scary, and that's something that we've seen more and more often as these games do tend to, well, have tended to get to that stage. It feels like we're not seeing games end quickly, and so maybe it does end up working. And also Black, known for wanting to just go ahead and farm away. He takes out the Tinker instead.
That's another CK counter. Would have actually probably looked better than the Medusa, I would say, since they don't have good Tinker catch.
Can they take it themselves? No.
What are they looking for? Are they looking for a mid? What kind of mid are they want? Have to be worried about potential counter picks. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Zeus type hero. Then you've got physical from CK, magic from the Zeus. There is Repel, there's Silencer, but I think Zeus can play around those heroes. What does Ping Vinchek like to play? We saw him play Ember as well as Storm. He almost lost the Storm game, but
Yeah.
he's going to Quap. Okay.
I like that. I think that's another, like, they have two different ways to try and burst the Monkey King now. Either A, like CK before ulti, or B, Quap after ulti.
So, according to Dota Buff, Chaos Knight is worst versus Medusa. Second is Enigma. Sven, Tide, Phoenix, then PL. I don't know. PL surprises me a little. I guess you can't kill the PL ever.
Yeah.
ET, Timbersaw, Gyro, and then Underlord. Tinker's not even in that list, but definitely Tinker. I think in Pro Dota more so maybe than pubs.
Yeah, that takes into consideration like 2K Dota also.
Yeah. So if they're looking for a mid, or you don't really want to run Monkey versus Quap, so they're probably looking for a mid pick. Medusa definitely can play mid, but it just feels like that slow-paced hero that you may not feel great about, even if it is good for your game.
And it has to be a good matchup against Quap too. Yeah, definitely. Maybe is Puck, like Puck puts you on a timer. That's the
I
issue.
don't like Puck. I want saying that I think it needs to be saying that scales benefits from Repel. So like OD, Kunkka. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Completely forgot about this guy. There's AoE stun, 2 AoE stuns, Torrent as well as Ghost Ship against the CK and his illusions. Gives you some cleave. I like this quite a lot.
Look at that set too. In your dream, he's got a little crow on his shoulder.
Yep.
Ooh. What a guy.
Kind of like the black smoke coming out. Is that from the pipe? What's the black smoke from? It looks like it's behind him almost. No, it's in front.
It's the pipe. Yeah. I think he had like 2 different pipes that you can get.
Fancy cosmetics.
Yeah. Kunkka's a cool hero. I like him a lot. Omni Knight looks like some Greek god. Jesus, look at that.
He looks like he's trying way too hard to like wear a superhero costume. Like that moment, like when like let's get suited up for doing superhero stuff. That's Omni Knight.
That's great. Man. Well, I'm not sure. I really do like the Kunkka pick in a lot of ways. I always get a little bit scared sometimes when you have like these super high HP strength heroes like Jakiro. It's not easy to blow him up. The CK, it's not easy to blow him up as Kunkka. Like all of these guys, the only one that's pretty nice, I think, is Queen of Pain, because you can X Torrent and any other follow up there from his teammates. It's a kill.
I think we need to change the overlay, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. You're on it. What a guy.
I'm just reading Twitch chat, which means I get to see the preview. Reading Twitch chat pays off sometimes.
Yeah. And it's not the 5-minute delay, so we don't find out about it later.
Yeah.
It's the important part.
Anything crazy? Big smokes through enemy jungles. Doesn't look like anyone's going to get caught out.
This looks like a game of Dota 2, which we haven't always
Yeah.
seen in the past couple of days, or yesterday with the open qualifiers.
One draft looks way more aggressive than the other, that being entities, you know. Doom, Quap, CK, Sanking, lots of stuns, initiation, fast-paced, high-impact heroes. On the other side, a lot more defensive. Omni, Tusk, Silencer. Monkey King's kind of like their big playmaker in some ways. Kunkka's going to want to farm quite a bit this game, I imagine. We'll see how this goes. Because definitely TNC have shown an ability to be flashy even when they don't have these flashy heroes.
And I think that the change that people see with the Kunkka, the level 25 talent too, a lot of times that didn't even end up mattering for a lot of the games that he was in. It tended to be still like a lot of play before that level 25 came out. So I think he's still the same type of hero that he was before. A lot of pressure going to come out here early on to Omni Knight.
Yeah, he may struggle to get to the creep wave here at this rate. Gets slowed down, forced to repel. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Well done by Jakira to get all that extra damage in as they cut him off. Coming into lane. Now they know he's got repel level 1.
Oh, speaking of level 1 abilities, Pink Vincent caught mid.
Smoke. Oh no, they hadn't smoked. They were just already in the area. They come in from behind. They get the 2 insta-steal as well. Quick, easy kill. They wait to see the Shadow Strike knowing that he's got no blink, and they're going to do the same thing again if he's not careful.
This would be devastating.
He won't have a TP. He just loses his lane if he dies.
He needs to be so careful here, and they're getting ready to wrap around, but they're bringing in the Sand King.
There's a big creep wave diving the tower, though, with an Ice Shards block. Are they going to be able to get this one? He's trying to get his level 2, but now Sand King's leeching XP.
Oh, no! He's trying to run out of there. The torrent hits. They got him caught. They're going to fall. They get the kill.
In Your Dream cleaved it, too. He gets the last hit. Is it GG, Lyrical?
I mean,
is it GG?
Probably not, but it's bad. It ain't good. That's for damn sure.
No. Every lane looks decent except the Omni lane. You've crushed mid now. You've got a Monkey versus Doom, which is a very favorable matchup. CK will free farm up top, and he's looking for kills too. Omni with that repel.
Yeah, what is happening? All right, well, this one at least is going a little bit into the favor there of Entity, but that mid.
It's pushing out, though. It's going to get to his tower here, it looks like, with a full creep wave. Hero's trying to get the side pull, which will make this Omni very sad, because he probably thinks he's about to get 2 creep waves, which he's not.
He does get at least one of the melees.
Yeah, he gets one more. He thought that wave would push and he'd get like a double creep wave, but very good play from Jakira to make sure that doesn't happen.
Can he come over and contest or soak some experience? It's a little tough.
It's going to be all like denied by the time he gets there.
Yeah.
He may get XP for this range creep. Yeah, he gets the range creep XP, which is decent enough. He's level 2.5.
Now the CK is holding the creep wave here too, so he can push it back. Good play by Black. Mid lane, we can talk about that a little bit more. Level 2 on the Queen of Pain, whereas Kunkka is level 3.
Kunkka kind of counters Quap in a lot of ways. The X combo, you can't really get out of that with Blink. It's not an insta-cast. Like, Ember versus Kunkka is pretty good because Ember can always fire him away, but the Blink cast time, if you time your Kunkka spells correctly, Quap will not escape.
And going out there early on, Stout Shield, the Quelling Blade as well, he can get a ton of denies here.
Yeah, he's not going to get harassed out of lane now. He's already got his bottle, he's got Tangos, there's no way for Quap to harass this guy away.
Jeez, look at this. Right now, 14-3 versus 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is devastating.
Bottom lane, they're going to find this Tusk, but he may actually set up some kills for his Silencer, looking for the snowball in. They really want the +2s. They're not going to get it.
He still has a Fairy Fire, too. Yeah, and instead it's a Burrow Strike, and now it's Silencer too far forward.
Yep. Nice little bait there in the end as Monkey King's crushing the CS. They don't need to make these risky plays. It's much more important to just secure your lanes. Even if they get a kill there and they take a lot of damage, it's not worth it when you're winning the lane. No. You're already out-farming and denying a big amount of experience. I feel like you just don't want to be giving away those kills at bottom in the scenario that they're in.
Good job by Omni Knight to sort of catch up a little bit. Again, he's only level 3, but
it's okay for him, but it's not great. 15 denies on Chaos Knight. It's a similar story to bottom lane where the carry's just getting all the denies with last hits.
Yeah.
Those 15 denies is like 4 creeps worth of experience that you've gotten because you're getting 25% XP for a deny. So it's basically like he's got 4 extra creeps of XP.
Jakira is just not going to leave him alone either. And if he ever ends up going for the repel play, it gets pretty bad pretty quickly.
Yep.
In Your Dream picks up a DD for the mid lane, almost level 5 now. So he does have 1 point in that X, I believe. Doesn't quite connect there onto the Torrent.
Yeah, level 6 is where we could see Quap get killed off. You're going to have to hold your Blink whenever you get X, since you know you're just not able to. If you get Blink away, you're going to get X back.
You just dagger to creep also. It's not the way you want to play it.
He's just, he has to go back to base anyways. It looks like he's losing this lane so hard.
Yeah, this is insane. I don't think I've seen somebody like lose a lane this hard in a while.
That's good for Tigers, because top lane's going very poorly for them, but they're winning 2 out of 3 lanes, with bottom lane going well for them. With that said, it's not going as well as like the top lane is going for Entity. Doom is pressuring a bit more than the Omni is.
But it does feel to me like Omni Knight is the type of hero that can catch back up. I could be wrong about that also, but like as long as he gets to some decent levels,
you can have an impact without farm. It's
Right.
the good thing with this hero. It's not like a Tide or a Darkseer where it's like you feel useless if you don't have items. If you just sit behind a carry or run around with your carry and heal and repel them, you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah. Level 6 Kunkka.
We
bottom
found the
lane.
silencer. He's actually in a pretty awkward position here, but has backup.
Yeah, they're coming in after this guy now. They do have the shards going to connect. Level 2, a little bit longer duration. There's the catch. There's the kill. Got dead.
Nicely played.
Ooh, mid.
Stolen in. Is this the kill?
They need it bad in a bad way. Trying to bring down one more. Can they get it? It's not going to happen. Oh, yeah. Living.
Yeah, nicely played. He needed that TP rotation in earlier, but they were too busy bottom lane. The second they see that play bottom, they're all over the mid lane, jumping in on the Kunkka. And you have to rotate then. Kunkka's just hit level 6. Quop's level 4. Quop's just dead. If that stays a 1v1, Quop's 740 health. Yeah. Kunkka's combo. Kunkka just needs to cleave once, hit one cleave, and then X combo, and you're dead.
Yeah.
And you get like a second cleave off cooldown at that point. Another kill bottom, though, it looks like, or like another kill attempt.
Burrow again. Noya making the changes, but it's not going to be enough. And, well, it does look like he's going to be able to escape the wrath of 458.
These guys love their Monkey King. Anytime they get a good melee hero matchup, we've seen In Your Dream dominate with it. Now we're seeing 458 have a similar good time. That said, Black free farming on top of the Chaos Knight. I wouldn't mind seeing the Midas pick up that. Ever since I think it was Team Spirit did that in one of their games, like they rushed Midas on CK and just snowballed so hard with it. If you can free farm it early on, it seems like a really nice item, but I think Black feels pressured because he's the one hero having a good time. He's going to have to get involved early.
Yeah. And they're going to try and set up again onto this Queen of Pain, but every time she walks forward, I assume that she's, or at the time that Kunkka moves forward.
Is level 1x, and as a result, they don't really have a good initiation because that X cast range is only 400. With that said, don't really want to get other points here. Oh, you may get the X. He got the X mid.
All right, bottom lane, they're also finding themselves another kill. He jumps back, pulls him in, hits it there. Meanwhile, bottom, the turnaround, though, gets the stacks off and then heals up with the Boundless Strike. The walkaway going out. His top lane managed to kill off the Omni, so...
All three lanes.
This one doesn't end up turning out to be a kill, but yeah.
Okay. Monkey King staying alive, and Quop getting caught out through the trees. In Your Dream making a nice little move. This Quop is having a really rough time.
Top 1437 takes some more damage again as he is rotated up there to try and help out the Omni Knight. As the Soul Ring now, still no boots as, oh goodness gracious.
Every time you look away from this Monkey King, he's finding kills for his team. It's a really fun hero to watch in the lane because it's such a roller coaster ride with whether or not he's going to live or die with the lifesteal from the Jingu. Whether or not he gets the stacks.
They actually pull him out of the ice path there. A little strange, but now the Torrent not going to hit. Almost there.
The pull is inconsistent. Like, it pulls a different amount.
And they're going into this now, seeing if they can take him down. He does have his boat. Everything coming out. Is it going to be enough to take down the CK? Black he does fall and heal, like you said, coming a bit too late.
I think KYXY was like blocked in the wrong position with the trees, and they're just diving in for more. They get a second kill onto the Tusk. Feels like a pretty decent trade for Entity, considering that space for the Queen of Pain at mid, who gets some alone time. They do lose bottom tower, which is at least something that TNC recognize they can take given the over-rotation towards top lane.
And it is still like a 1,400 gold lead ahead, but the levels are the big thing, I think, for this Queen of Pain to be able to maybe make moves later on. Like, you never want to have to play from behind to this hero, but at the very least, she's got 7 now. Does need to be careful about any rotations that come in, because 1x and she's dead. And these levels getting up for the Kunkka, although he actually takes a second point Torrent.
Yeah. Not normal, but I actually don't know. I've seen a bit of both. The second point just doubles the damage output. We'll see. I think he gets like 2 points in Torrent. Now he's probably going to go back for X, but
I guess
bottom lane. Whoa. Monkey King being chased down. Can Black kill him off? He needs to juke in these trees.
Ooh. That was close. Uh-oh. Mid lane almost got him.
Bounty runes. He claimed, it looks like.
Is he dead? He doesn't have Blink for 7.
He's dead. That last word.
Well, and one more.
I want this Kunkka, though. They're collapsing on him. They have got Doom as well.
He's going to dance his way to the grave here as they are going to run him down. And, well, this is the danger of having this hero is start dying a couple of times, the snowball can stop.
Yeah. Not the end of the world. He does lure a lot of heroes to that mid lane in the process and kills the Quap, which is a hero with way less net worth than him. His death is worth more, but at the same time it was 4 heroes made. Well,
right.
The Quap and then 3 heroes rotate, so you know that as long as your Omni's catching up while that's going on and your Monkey King's farming bottom, although he was almost dying bottom, so perhaps it's not as great as it looked, but overall it doesn't feel like a terrible death.
Yeah.
No, they're going in on black bottom.
Can they get
Oh,
it?
he missed the jump.
Oh, and now turns it back around. The Burrow Strike, the Ice Path, it's on to both of them. They missed the Boundless Strike. Can he get out of here? The Shards keeping him alive for the moment with the Purification coming in. They will keep one alive, and Zephyr just walks away too.
No. Black hearing the audio cue from the pounce and able to dodge it. He just ran forward. I think he knows it's very... Like, often you'll land that pounce like a little bit behind them, expecting them to run away when they hear the Primal Spring, but he runs forward, and as a result, doesn't take any damage from it. And that's a decent chunk of damage, as well as a big slow if that does land.
They gotta be careful walking up this hill. Everybody is waiting for him. 4 heroes bottom right now with Monkey King waiting. Level 8, no ulti.
Okay. And it's not the craziest thing. It's you know, it's a decent mana cost as well as something you're just not really feeling like you're going to get good opportunities to use early on.
I guess all of his other abilities are quite good too.
Yeah, all of his spells scale pretty well. But against the CK, I feel like I would have liked the ulti because it's a melee carry and a carry that you want armor against.
They need to be careful. This is a scary spot, and the Shards block off one, but Noya just going to walk away from him there.
They have Global. I think they really want to fight because of that. And they do get the Wukong's command at level 9 on Monkey.
Okay. Now, Kunkka is not here, though. They just go for it. Snowball down. A lot of damage. And can they actually kill them off? Good Shards blocking off the CK. He DC'd.
That's awkward. Not sure what happened there. That was a bit of a awkward fight for both sides. Monkey King in the trees gets the perfect ultimate off, but he doesn't actually Primal Spring down. I'm not sure if he misclicked or what there. I feel like he wanted to maybe jump on the Chaos Knight, but perhaps was a bit afraid for his life if he did that. Instead, he just sits in the trees, lets his little buddies, his soldiers, do all the damage, and Black looks all but dead. He is silenced, and I think he has... Oh, yeah, he has Arcane Curse on him, so he'll die to the Arcane Curse.
Yeah. The question is, can the Sand King live long enough to get his spells off here?
He's globaled as well. He should
He has
live
stick.
long enough. He has stick. What does 458 have? He used Boundless Strike. Quap's in the middle here. Quap should be able to get some spells off, but we'll see how they play around this one. Has Silencer got last word? Where's Silencer?
Oh, he's used everything.
Yeah, he's used everything.
But they are still also Guardian Angel'd, which is pretty big. Although it doesn't look like Monkey King got it.
Oh,
yeah, he missed him.
He's got that. I don't see any heroes with extra armor.
Oh, what am I
but you
talking
see the
about?
Guardian Angel
Deep
buff.
buff, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have it. I guess he was just out of range because Omni was
Is there any
higher up.
purge? No.
I'm not sure if that DC affected Black this fight, but I think he's maybe dead anyways because that Ice Shards block with the Wukong's command was such a sick play.
Definitely. All right, Zephyr going to walk away. One goes down.
Sand King got destroyed as well. And Quap has to blink and run. They are actually going to get more.
Oh, no. Just complete disaster there. They lose 3.
Are they done yet? They got Snowball. They got Ice Shards.
Oh, chasing for more. I don't know if it's going to be a team wipe, but it certainly ain't pretty as all of Entity starting to fall down, and they managed to get the kill.
Yeah. Unfortunate DC. Not sure exactly when it came, but it did look like a fight that TNC Tigers had on lock. They got the perfect Wukong's command off with a global silence and an Ice Shards block. It was just so well played with the initiation that there wasn't really a counterplay available because, I mean, your global silence. No one has BKB. No one has any way to purge it off. Your counterplay is just running away.
Yeah. And now Black, going for this armlet early on. It's good as far as his damage output, but like you said, needing that answer for the global silence when the initiation does come out. And, well, they're going to push top lane. They don't have global, obviously. We'll have boat.
Yep.
That could make a pretty big difference.
I think they need to get into a position where they can have Doom initiating or sanking. They need a blink or a shadow blade on someone for Entity. If they're getting initiated on, it's a similar thing to what we've seen in some other games today where whoever's initiating has the edge because they're guaranteed to get their spells off. Heroes like Doom never want to be counter-initiating. It's not like a Tide where it's like you let your opposing team go on your side and then you get a nice blink Ravage counterplay. No, if you're a Doom, you typically want to start the fight off.
This is definitely the type of game, too, where if you start taking bad fights before you get those items online, then they could just roll over you as time goes on. So they're going to do a good job. They avoid the fight. Instead, going to try and pressure the top tier 1 tower here, it looks like.
It's a very healthy tower, and they've already lost mid in the process. We're going to see even further rotations. On TNC Tigers, they are giving this up, but the bigger problem is both mid and bottom lane are being farmed by the Tigers. They've got a 5k plus gold lead. They're just getting way more out of the map. Assuming they don't get picked off and take a bad fight in top lane, it just feels like they're going to have an edge.
Yeah.
Which they're happy to give this one up. Theben is looking to go ward, but he is going to be scouted doing so, which is perhaps going to be a dead silencer.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is that they can't even really get in a position to pick him off because of the way that this is organized. And he does drop that ward down, which spots the Sand King.
They have a no blink, Sand King stun to catch him.
Yeah.
With that said, they know he warded there. They scouted him walk past their own Radiant ward, so they'll be quickly dewarded, I assume. Yeah, sentries are coming out, and GoDz should deward that. Same time, when that gets instantly dewarded, it feels good to deward that, but Theben should know that he walked past a ward. If anytime you get instantly dewarded, it's like okay, they saw me ward there.
Yeah.
Like let's go find their ward now.
Bottom lane.
Oh!
They found him. Doom down. Okay.
Got the Quelling Blade.
Oh,
what a great play.
The shards a little bit off the mark there as well, but with everybody rotating in, they might be able to get this. And now the Zephyr Tusk has shown up as well. So they lose 2 in a big way.
You got the insta-stun with that Quelling Blade. Monkey King, I believe, saw him TPing in as well, but just assumed the Doom had no idea who was there. Or maybe it was even the TP breaking the trees. I'm not sure exactly what got him, but I think his Quelling Blade was on cooldown, so very heads-up pick-off there. Catching out Monkey King, who's going this fighting build. This is definitely the build I like to see most on Monkey King's Echo Saber Shadow Blade into like a BKB, or maybe even getting the BKB before Shadow Blade as he changes up the item he's got on his quick buy. But this is that we're going to fight. I'm not going to farm for late game.
Mid lane again. They do have shards in 4, still a little ways away. No tier 1 tower.
I think they get this, but they are chasing. Maybe they do?
All right. Slow down.
No punch, no snowball soon, but no damage. They needed either Kunkka or the Monkey King there.
Speaking of Kunkka, he's biding his time here, waiting for him to move forward and into this side to go. Pulls back in, so he can't manage to find the catch either with the Infernal Blade to disrupt the combo.
Yep. Nicely done. Finds a quick kill, gets out. Monkey King had some time to farm bottom lane, and both teams will slow it down. For Entity, I think this is okay for them. They really want that first Blink Dagger, the Sand Kings. That's kind of their big playmaking item. For TNC Tigers, it's okay because you're ahead and you feel like you're farming and scaling better.
Oh, good Sandstorm to get away.
Oh, he almost got the X afterwards too, but
yeah,
gets into the trees. Nicely done.
I do really like how Entity is playing this. They're definitely keeping themselves back, making sure that they don't overextend. Bottom lane, they just kill the Quap, and now probably going to kill Hesijo Rotten as well. He does have a Boundless Strike of soon. No, not soon enough, but they still just kill him. What the hell?
It's Monkey King's owning. Oh. These guys are definitely selling me on Monkey King being viable again with how they play him as a carry. Or, I mean, carrying multiple lanes, multiple roles. It's the flex factor. If you get a mid Monkey King with a favorable 1v1 matchup, he just seems to own anytime he's against a melee hero.
Yeah, and you say favorable matchup, it's really any melee hero at all. It's like, that's what this hero does.
That is a, favorable matchup in a nutshell for Monkey King is, melee hero.
We could also just leave it at maybe hero. I don't know. It's getting to that point.
I see Kunkka X himself back to base, having that limited downtime. He's now got a completed Crystallis. And Sand King's Blink should be coming out. He's got the smoke already. I'd like to see a instant smoke with 3 heroes, maybe 4. I don't think you want these big 5-man smokes. Never feel good. That's like too desperation, too obvious normally. You're not at a point where you're worried about Roshan because neither team has amazing Rosh lineups, so you're much better off going for like a 3-man smoke gank around one of your teammates where they can then rotate in or you're smoking towards them.
Okay.
But we'll see what the call's going to be. Jakiro can push lanes. I think, okay, they're going to actually 3-man smoke behind the Chaos Knight. Play around him.
I mean, he stayed out there as if he's, you know, not that afraid of these things.
Yeah.
Which...
The smoking behind your carries is also like a pretty predictable play in some ways. I think you need a Smokers 3 and actually just expose a hero. Like, leave Black there alone. Like, yeah, you can get ganked and die, but hope that the fact you're missing from the map can find you kills.
This could be big, though, although immediately Repel, the turnaround, he's just walking away from him. They managed to find the Doom on Omni. Great shards separating him from Omni. That's going to keep him alive.
They're going to lose no heroes, and they're going to buy time. 8 seconds till Global Silence.
If they can find this initiation after the fact. Also, they're looking for it possibly. They're moving in. Kunkka, okay. X, it's already there. Global comes out, interrupting that epicenter in your dream. Turns, blows them all to hell, and Black gonna die too. Triple kill for the Kunkka. Ultra kill, yes please.
Ho, ho, ho. That's a team fight and a half. They disengaged so well and bought time for the silence to come back up, as well as everyone to rotate in mid. They were so ready for that fight. Watching teams that Theban 1437 captains is always enjoyable. This guy is so good at leading his team around the map, and it goes back to that like philosophy that a lot of teams have, like play around one guy's idea of how to play Dota. You need a captain, you need a voice that everyone follows, and there always seems to be a clear direction when he's captaining these teams. He had it with TNC, he has it here.
With TNC again.
With another team. You're right. The old TNC now with the I just not really thinking of this team as TNC yet, but yeah, they are of course the sister team to the main squad,
the Tigers.
And we're going to see TNC versus TNC in the regionals. That'll be unfortunate, or perhaps if you're the org, you're happy because it means at least one of your teams is hopefully doing well. Maybe both. There is 2 slots.
That's true. What if they got both of them? That would be unreal. I could see a world where it happens, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. This Tigers team is, I would say, looking very legit. They TNC as well as Fnatic are on another level, but these guys to me look like the 3rd best team in the SEA qualifiers right now.
And if there's one thing that SEA is not for sure about, it's like who it is that's going to make it into the qualifiers every time.
Like TNC, stable play. No, that's not. Envy, Fnatic. Stable, consistent play. I don't know. Yeah. I think that's what we saw last year. You know, it wasn't not just those teams, but Faceless last year didn't qualify. It was like a QO stack that was formed at the last minute that won the qualifier and then got last place at TI. Like, SEA is a very volatile region.
They find themselves Noya here, but meanwhile
Hestejo as well.
Oh,
it's fast, but not fast enough.
They're finding Hestejo there. He manages to.
Oh, Black. He's going to get.
Did this really just like they lost 2 heroes while they were fully committing onto the Tusk and couldn't even kill him?
Yikes! Bad news. Bad news bears. Tusk is going to have enough money for his Solar Crest, although he may want to just save for a Blink Dagger. Very good item this game.
I like the 4858 talent too. The 600 tree dance.
Yeah. It's actually even when you're going this carry build, it's way better. I think I see every Monkey King player get it now. You move around the map so fast. But can he move out of this one? He's being rotated on, has got a stun now. He's going to go, whoa, goes for the ultimate. Now the global comes in a little bit too late. Going to still throw it, I believe. Wanting to make sure he doesn't go down here, and this stops any chance of Entity really taking this fight, I would think, but Black's going in. And with the Sonic Wave, they're going to do this. They take out 2 immediately. Black's BKB timing coming out perfect, and the GA was not there in time, but they still could look to take this fight. TNC Tigers chasing for more, and they're going to get more.
Well, they make it to the shrine, too. They live. They buy back
the Vanguard. This Omni's very tanky.
He's a big guy, but are they going to be able to actually get out of there with Global down on 2? He's in some trouble. The shards wrap him in. They take him down as well.
Yeah, had a heal, but he was just getting chain stunned. Great spell usage from Entity, who did buy back on Sand King. I believe Tusk also bought back, so one buyback either side. And the end result is Entity slightly win that fight. 1,500 gold change, not bad.
Yeah.
They did use a 10-second BKB on Chaos Knight, but killing the Monkey King, who did go back for this Battle Fury, which I don't love, but I think it's okay. I prefer it as a second item rather than rushing it as a first item. I like that he got a fighting item initially.
Yeah.
He's going to get a Lincoln Sphere now. Worried about the Doom as well as Sand King. Both these heroes, Lincoln's is amazing against.
GoDz with the solo Invis rune up here as well can try and get down a deep ward maybe.
Yeah. I'll see a TP in, but this is just info for him. Whoa, the body blocks. Oh. That was the most obvious body block I've ever seen.
I don't know if he noticed, though.
No. He probably wasn't watching his hero. Like, you click to go bottom lane, and he's probably just, like, clicking that, like, his camera's somewhere else on the map.
Yeah.
Or sometimes those things happen, and you just assume it's, like, a pathing issue in Dota, because those also happen. They used to happen a lot where, like, you click to go somewhere, and your hero just goes some weird direction, or gets, you think you're getting stuck on trees.
Right.
Monkey King, I think he was pinged out. They saw him. So... well, I'm going to bring him down.
I mean, the other thing about this, though, is they are playing around this timing, which is fairly long with the Chaos Knight ultimate. And I guess Global is that other one that's tough, but it's about to be back up. And now they find Tusk, who's just getting blown up.
Yep. Free food in some ways.
Black can't carry this game, I think.
Yep. That's a Halberd queued up. Huh.
I guess cheap evasion?
Yeah, cheap evasion, which gives you damage and 20 strength is a lot of strength on a hero that loves to get tanky and a lot of health. Evasion this game, Monkey Kunkka, he's still going to cleave you, so I don't really value evasion against Kunkka that high.
You can disassemble it later, I guess, and go like Butterfly, maybe? That
Butterfly CK, yeah. I don't think normally you disassemble SMY into like Halberd Manta or something. It's not normally the other way around where you're like, oh, let's disassemble my Halberd into an SMY.
Right.
But like you say, you could get the like Butterfly type item, which doesn't sound great this game. It's not like you're versing pure single target physical damage. You'd rather get
probably just stay as
like a Scotty or Hot type item.
It's pretty nice against Kunkka in some ways. It's like not as long of a active ability, but
yeah, the disarm is actually value. Like, I don't think the evasion's amazing this game, but the disarm when Kunkka runs in to get that big cleave off is actually pretty good because it just messes up his timing. Oh, Black may get caught mid.
No, if he gets caught here, Axe Torrent, they don't have the right clicks
they
coming in from Kunkka, but this should be a full combo.
Oh, didn't get the ghost ship. They aren't going to finish him off.
Need to hit the cleave, the chase. Can they get it? Sonic Wave is down. It's not doing all that much damage, but Black gets out.
Yep.
Global?
Monkey King wants this Doom, but he's super fast once he gets Scorched Earth off. And Monkey couldn't slow him down enough, even with the Echo Saber.
And that lack of initiation with the Global. That's what we were talking about in the draft.
Yeah, you want that like hard guaranteed setup. They did well. They used what limited initiation stun they have. Boundless Strike is a 1.6 second stun. They used that into Snowball, into Punch, Torrent, Ghost Ship. If they threw that Ghost Ship, I think just before the Torrent, maybe.
Yeah,
it would have worked.
That's the little combination that's a little bit tough. Is you throw the Torrent after the Ghost or beforehand, then there's that slight delay.
Yeah, you can't chain stun with Torrent into Ghost Ship reliably there because he got BKB up before the Ghost Ship came in. Yeah, he just because I think at that point they stunned him enough. They needed the damage from Ghost Ship. They didn't actually need further stun
or a right click from Kunkka too. Being up on that high ground.
Yeah, he couldn't actually get in. He only just bought this Blink, I believe.
Right, just now he did. He went back for it.
I like this. I like this more than the Shadow Blade this game. I think you just don't want to go all in on this invis, and positioning's kind of like not easy, so Blink just gives you a lot more easy access into these fights.
The thing to be wary about, though, is there's already one Yules, and it looks like there might be another one coming up shortly as Jakiro is building towards it. Can't play those X games too much.
No. See how he does. He's got double damage room for this fight.
Wanting to take this one. The Epicenter coming in onto the back. They end up finding one. Can they bring down the Silencers? No Global.
Crimson.
Almost doesn't matter.
Crimson GA, I don't know if you can win this fight.
Black down low. The BKB, it's wearing off. The Doom, it's on to the Omni. He is going to die, it looks like. They managed to bring down Black, though. Nonetheless, 3 dead already. As you said, just a little bit too much damage mitigation. It's not happening.
Yeah, they don't even get GA off, but they throw everything to stop GA coming out, which means they've already like overcommitted their spells to an Omni Knight. So if they don't, then he gets GA off and you're not killing anyone. But if you do, then you've used too much on an Omni Knight and everyone else is going to live because you've got Coco's Rum, you've got the Crimson Guard, and you're in a pretty good place. So just making sure he got some of his items off. If you do him before Crimson, that could have been a better fight, but not the case. And Kunkka having a DD rune, that feels
4,700 damage dealt, and he only threw the boat. Like, that's all cleave, pretty much.
Not too shabby. Monkey King had a great... They were fighting underneath Wukong's command, which at this stage of the game, I think you just can't do. You have to just run away. Well, you got the extra crit instead of the Primal Spring damage, which seems way better. You're not a support. You don't need that. You've got Battle Fury. Like, the Primal Spring, if you want to push out waves, is one thing, but unnecessary.
Silencer's pretty stacked up here, too. 28 int stolen. He's been able to pick up... Going for that phase boots again, which we commented on the last time we saw him play.
Yeah. It just seems like his item. He rushed that as his first item.
He took the intelligence steal! CK? Getting dumb?
Is ever a good talent? I guess we're about to find out. If you get there, it depends like when you get level 15. If you, because normally Silencer's going to get it when the game is pretty late, and you just feel like, how many steals are you going to get? Like 5 more, maybe?
I mean, the thing though is
CK's mana pool is pretty low.
I mean, Queen of Pain sometimes has mana issues. Sand King sometimes has mana issues.
Yeah, these strength heroes with small mana pools, particularly Sand King and Chaos Knight, look like they could be vulnerable to this.
Doom also in some ways.
Doom has 540 mana pool. Yeah, I think those 3 strength heroes are in danger of this instill.
I mean, potentially the game could be over in the way that it's kind of going.
120 GPM.
Yeah. You're not feeling it.
It's definitely, I mean, at the end of the day, talent, you've always got 2 good options. It's just about choosing the better of the 2, and I always feel like this GPM is much more reliable in terms of what it offers. But if you think the game's ending soon, maybe this instill can... You know, you're not going to get much GPM if the game ends fast. Same time, you're not going to get much int if the game ends fast. That's the thing. I feel like normally the GPM talents, the trade-off is you get something that's good right away. Like DK has like this, you get this 180 GPM or 150 GPM versus double Dragon Blood, which is like, well, if you're in a position where you can fight and you can benefit from the tankiness, you get it right away. But both of these level 15 talents are like for scaling into late game.
Yeah.
Which
I hear you.
Is always like, which is going to scale better? Anyways.
If there was a game for it, I think this might be one of them with the heroes that are there.
I agree.
But it is a little weird.
Oh, they've gone on Doom.
Yeah, he cannot afford to go down right here. Torrent connects just barely. The punch right through the freaking jaw, and he's done. No buyback.
We talk all about the talent. End of the day, it's a very small thing that's not going to change the outcome of this game. TNC Tigers have played perfect Dota. They're going to Wukong's command just to try and secure the racks here. They've also caught Jakiro in an Ice Shards trap. Nice Reality Rift. Brings Silencer up. He has a global silence, but won't get it off.
Oh, and as the 4-step get him out of there, does have buyback if they want to use it for the second round of initiation that could come out as well as Black.
GA versus CK now.
Oh, Sonic Wave comes out, but he's still living through it nonetheless. Misses on the Boundless Strike. They can't come in for another crit if they want to. He has the X combo, jumps forward, hits it, and kills him. Oh, nicely done.
Well played. Well played.
Damn.
Yikes.
And now gets a regen rune, too. Look at him.
So how many plus? He got +4 for the Doom kill, I guess.
Yeah. So what's Doom at now?
Yep.
519?
The other reason you don't get this talent is, you confuse Twitch chat. They can't spam their +2s and -2s because, no one's... Are they going to know +4, -4? That's not a Twitch chat meme, guys.
Come on. We're in NA hours. It's a little rough.
You can't do that kind of maths. That's way too much.
Yeah. Let's see. 32 minutes in. Blink Solar Crest. Kunkka getting closer and closer to that double Daedalus danger zone. And has the 25 strength talent.
Yep.
I mean, this Black CK, if he gets to these items, you talk about a heart being online, already has 2 strength-oriented items.
Yep.
Is this the type of hero, like, how far does he need to be ahead to, like, carry the game?
I think so, because he ultis and then Omni just GAs, or he needs Doom to be in a place where he can play Dota, which doesn't feel the case. You've got 6k net worth, Blink drums, like, not easy for him to get to that Omni without a, like, I don't know, BKB, I guess. But BKB doesn't help against physical, but at least gives you a way to just run in and charge your Doom at this Omni Knight.
Maybe like Sand King stun and then follow up with the Doom. Like there's ways, but it feels like it's really tough.
It is very tricky. And they did take the Melirex top, so they're kind of done with that lane now. As they set their eyes towards bottom, they're going to force them to rotate back.
Lincoln Sphere is going to be the pickup for the Omni Knight. My goodness gracious.
Good luck trying to Doom him. He knows he is the main target now. Monkey King has his Lincolns and just isn't as valuable of a kill. He's also got a Skadi now. He's so tanky. Doesn't really feel like the CK can threaten him. The Solar Crest on top of all this.
Gotta be careful. They're going to drop the global.
He forced stuff in. Whoa.
I don't know.
I think he meant to break Lincolns and maybe double tapped it. I think he accidentally double tapped instead of forcing. You want to maybe break Lincolns and stun the Monkey King so they could Doom him or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if you Doom him, Reality Rift him in at that point. Or throw a CK stun. It just, you need to break his Lincolns.
Whatever that was not the right thing that he was trying to do. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think the
look at Kunkka's
idea was right, but the execution was poor.
See what he wants?
Yeah, no. Why stop at 1? He's got to get 4. Oh, he's got the DD rune. It's the free rapier.
Yeah, this is a lot of damage. A decent chunk of strength build-ups. And, I mean, on top of that, it's not just the Kunkka. This Monkey King, he still hasn't felt the need to go back for a BKB yet, but once he does, like, what does this lineup really do to him inside of his ulti?
Not a whole lot, that's for sure. Yeah, he doesn't desperately need any more items. He could even consider, like, Butterfly against Chaos Knight, I feel. That's a hero who's not going to get MKB anytime soon, nor does he really want to build it.
Omni just sort of AFK chilling. He's pretty happy with where he's at. Took the degen aura, so now it's up to, what is that, 46%?
Decent amount of degen. Plus 3 mana regen. Man, that sounds like a terrible talent for level 20.
Yeah, I mean, it gets improved by the int that you got, obviously, but it doesn't feel great.
Wouldn't it just be a flat plus 3? I mean, you're getting more mana regen from int. But, like, the plus 3 doesn't turn into, like...
I think it does turn into more.
Oh, it turns into more. Okay.
I think
I have
so.
no idea how that works.
I could be wrong about that, but that was my understanding. It's why, like...
Yeah. I just assumed his mana regen, which is 6.5, would go up to, like, 9.5.
That would be awful.
Yeah, that does sound awful. I'm thinking of other heroes with mana regen talents. I'm like, I think DK has, like, 1.5 or 2 mana regen at level 10.
Wind Ranger has 1.5 at level 10.
I think DK has 2 mana regen, maybe, at level 10. Maybe I'm lying. It wouldn't be the first time.
But he doesn't buy many int items. That's
like his level 10 mana regen talent's pretty good. This Omni one sounds pretty shockingly bad.
Black punched again. They need to be careful. If he gets crit, it could be a problem. There's the Wukong's command. They're jump forward. Doom there on the Omni Knight. With the global down. They haven't brought down Black yet, so he's still living through the Sonic Wave. Connects on a 3. You get the damage mitigation coming out now as well. Oh, lordy, lordy.
All the instills. Feels good, man. +4, +4. God. In your dream, just cleaving fools down. The double damage rune, fighting around these DDs. Just seems to keep on finding them in black. It's a Phantasm here. But they've got no more Doom.
Well, he does have BKB still. He's going to have to pop it now. Needs to pop the ultimate maybe as well as he wants to go for it. He's still just getting punched in the back. And all the illusions are gone. Nice ulti. And he's gone. Nope. In your dream, beyond godlike.
Ouch. Doom is sub 500 mana from all the insteel.
Oh, man. GG is eventually going to be called game number 1. Go to the Tigers. Rawr.
These are BO3s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was thinking this was it, and I was like, oh, man, that was like a good game, but I want more.
Yeah.
You get a BO3.
Well, don't you worry. We've got more action.
They didn't have the you know, they got their ticket correct, but they didn't get the score indicator. You know, they're getting there, but not quite there.
Yeah. I do believe that this is a best of 3. That's what it's on the Faceit website. So if it's not, then...
It does say that. I'm pretty sure it is. There's BO3 semis, BO3 quarterfinals, and then... It said there's a final BO1. I don't know. I don't think they actually play that because seeding doesn't matter. Both teams who win their semifinals will advance.
Yeah.
So this final BO1, I don't think it's a thing.
Man, the score does not look great for Hesta Joe in this one.
He did poorly, but
I mean, it's a tough game for him, too.
Yeah, I don't think you can point fingers just at him. The Quap got destroyed mid. Black, I think, had a bad game. He had the free farm lane. It's like he's the guy who has the easiest lane that you're playing around, and then, you know, he doesn't deliver, but at the same time, no one really delivered. I think the person who maybe played the best is probably the supports, like
I think
Sand King.
Sand King played a pretty decent
Jakiro
game.
didn't do anything horribly wrong. I mean, he's kind of not able to do a whole lot because he's Jakiro. But yeah, I think Sand King played quite well.
It was a really good draft from TNC, I think.
Yes. I think draft-wise, they come out on top. Kunkka last pick was just perfect.
Yeah.
Monkey King actually looked really good against CK because of all the extra armor and just destroying his illusions with the Boundless Strike. So I like Monkey King a lot in their hands.
Totally. And they can play on multiple heroes, multiple lanes. It's spooky.
Yep.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for game number 1. Going to the Tigers, as they are going to continue their battle against Entity Gaming, the Indian organization with a whole motley crew of different people from all over the freaking world. And, yeah, we'll be back in a little bit, take a short break, and maybe play a couple ads. See you guys in a few for game number 2.